Good morning, students. Welcome back to your English class. I'm sure you all are good at your places and taking care of yourself. So, students, today we are continuing with the chapter Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory, which is the third chapter of your book, Honeydew. Right. So, students, we have seen in the previous part that how a stranger Parimal Ghosh, right, how he made Bipin Chaudhary realize that actually he has forgotten his stay at Ranchi, right. He tried to recall number of incidents so that Bipin can remember their stay at Ranchi and number of people they were there with. Okay, but Bipin Chaudhary didn't remember anything because he was not there at Ranchi, right? So Bipin Chaudhary was confused that how that person knew, Parimal Ghosh knew intimate details about him, personal details, right? So he was a bit confused, okay? And at the end, Bipin tried to contact one of his friend Haridas, right? Who was his friend and with whom he went to Kanpur in 1958, right? So he tried to confirm this trip of Ranchi from Haridas, but then he suddenly remembered that Haridas had left with his wife for Japan some weeks ago and he didn't have his address, right? So पर उन्हें याद आया that this person Haridas had left for Japan, so he cannot write or confirm from him because he had left for Japan with his wife and he was not, Bipin was not having Haridas's address, right? Since he was confused, so he tried to confirm it that whether he had been to Rachi or not. Okay, so this was the last part that we have seen in the previous video. Now we are continuing with that. But where was the need for proof? He himself was fully aware that he hadn't been to Ranchi and that was that. So he was, talking to himself like he was thinking that where is the need for proof? We don't need proof. I'm sure that I have never been to Ranchi. The river breeze was bracing as they were passing by River Ganga. So the river breeze was bracing and yet a slight discomfort lingered in Bipin Babu's mind. So as they were passing by the river, so the breeze was bracing, stimulating there, and yet slight discomfort was there in his mind. That slight confusion was there in his mind. Around all the Hastings. Hastings is like quick actions. Bipin Babu decided to roll up his trousers and take a look at his right knee. So he decided that the person told him, now if you remember that you had a cut on your right knee. So he decided that he would just check whether he's having that cut on at his right knee, and there was the mark of an old inch long cut. It was impossible to tell when the injury had occurred. So what was that? There was a mark of an old inch long cut, so there was a cut on his knee. So that means the person was saying it right, he had an injury, and it was impossible for him to tell that when the injury occurred, right? Had he never had a fall as a boy and cut his knee, he tried to recall such an incident but couldn't. So he tried to recall that whether when he was a child, maybe he had a cut, so that mark may be of that cut, right? But he could not remember any of such incident. Then Bipin Babu suddenly thought of Dinesh Mukherjee. The man had said that Dinesh was in Ranchi at the same time. So do you remember the man said, Parimal Ghosh said that Dinesh Mukherjee was also there with them, right? So the man, the best thing surely would to ask. So he decided that he would ask Dinesh Mukherjee about the incident, about whether they have been to Ranchi or not. He lived quite near in Benendan Street. So he lived there only. What about going right now? So he was just thinking that what if agar main abhi jaun? But then, if he had really never been to Ranchi, what would the Dinesh think if Bipin Babu asked for a confirmation? So, but he was confused also. Like, if he had never been to Ranchi, so the person would think that he is mad, right? That means Dinesh would think that why is he asking me that whether he has been to Ranchi or not. Obviously, Dinesh would feel awkward ना, that how can this person, कि वो person खुद ही उनसे पूछ रहा है that क्या मैं आपके साथ रांची गया था. So it's a bit awkward, right? He would probably conclude Bipin Babu was going nuts. Nuts means like crazy, mad. So he said that the person, that means Dinesh Mukherjee, would think that Dinesh Babu क्या हो गए हैं, crazy हो गए हैं. No, it would be ridiculous to ask him. So he was like, no, let's not go there. It would not be good to ask him. And he knew how ruthless Dinesh's sarcasm could be. Sarcasm is like taunting way, right? So he thought that let's not go there because he may
feel awkward. So, sipping a cold drink in his half air conditioned living room, Bipin Babu felt at ease again. Such a nuisance. Just because they have nothing else to do, they go out getting into other people's hair. So, like he thought that it's not good to ask Dinesh Mukherjee about the confirmation of Ranchi trip. So he was sipping a cold coffee in his AC room, right? And he felt at ease again. So he was like, ease at ease means he was comfortable there, right? Such a nuisance. Nuisance is nonsense. Just because they have nothing to do. He said that just because people have nothing to do, so they try to interfere in other people's life, like Parimal Ghosh did. Okay. After dinner, snuggling in bed with one of the new thrillers, Vipin Babu forgot all about the man in New Market. So after some time, he just forgot about Parimal Ghosh, right? Next day in the office, Bipin Babu noticed that with every passing hour, previous day's encounter was occupying more and more of his mind. So suddenly, when he was at office next day, he thought that some of the thoughts were still there in his mind regarding Parimal Ghosh and Ranchi trip and all. If the man knew so much about Bipin Babu, he could, how could he make such mistake about Ranchi trip? So it was like if he knew some lot of information about Bipin Babu, so how was he making the mistake of Ranchi trip? Just before lunch, Bipin Babu decided to ring up Dinesh Mukherjee. So finally, Bipin Babu was like, let's ring up Dinesh Mukherjee and ask him about the Ranchi trip. It was better to settle the question over the phone, at least embarrassment on his face wouldn't show. Okay, so he was like, let's call Dinesh Mukherjee. At least on phone, I'll not be able to see his reactions. So it would be good to call instead of going there. He thought that it would be better to call, right, like to talk on phone. At least embarrassment won't be faced, right? So he just dialed the number 235616 and Bipin Babu dialed the number. Hello, is that Dinesh? This is Bipin here. Well, what's the news? I just wanted to find out if you recalled an incident which took place in 1958. So he just called and he said that I just wanted to confirm any incident if you know that took place in 1958. 58? What incident? Were you in Calcutta right through that year? That's the first thing I've got to know. Wait, just a minute, 58, just let me check in my diary. So he was like, just I want to know that were you in Calcutta or where were you in 1958? So he said, just let me check in my diary. For a minute there was silence and Bipin Babu could feel that his heart rate had gone up because he was waiting for the reply that whether he will say that they were in Ranchi or not. Okay. He was sweating a little. Hello, yes, I've got it. I had been out twice. So, Dinesh Mukherjee said that yes, I had been out twice. मैं 2 times बाहर गया था. Right, once in February nearby to Krishnanagar to a nephew's wedding. And then, but you would know about this one, the trip to Ranchi. So, the next trip कौन सा था? One trip उनका कहाँ हुआ था? Krishnanagar. And the next trip was to Ranchi. So, he said कि आपको तो पता होगा because you were also there at that trip. You were there too, that's all. But what's all this slithering about? Slithering is like investigating. So Dinesh Mukherjee asked that why are you having such information? Why are you asking me all this? No, I just wanted to. Anyway, thanks. So he was like, Bipin Babu was like, no, I just wanted to. And then he just not completed the sentence and he said, thank you so much for giving me this information. Bipin Babu slammed the receiver down and gripped his head with his hands. He felt his head swimming with thoughts. So obviously that means this Dinesh Mukherjee also said that वो कहाँ गए थे? रांची गए थे. And this person this person didn't remember about the trip? So his head started swimming. Swimming is like swimming with thoughts. He had number of thoughts in his head. A chill seemed to spread over his body. That means, his body became a bit cold. There were sandwiches in his tiffin, but he didn't eat them. He had lost his appetite, right? Appetite is like, bodily strength, you can say, right? So he was losing his strength because he was like, how couldn't I remember about this trip? After lunchtime, Bipin Babu realized that he couldn't possibly carry on sitting at his desk and working. This had never happened in the 25 years he had been with the firm. So, he was not comfortable there because he was thinking about that Ranchi trip and all, right? So he couldn't sit and work, and this had never happened before in his working life, right? He had a reputation for being a tireless, conscientious worker, right? So he had that, reputation of that good, respectable, and careful worker. He was so responsible worker in his firm, right? But this time he was not able to walk as he was confused about the trip. He was tensed, right? But today his head was in a whirl. Whirl is like, in full circular motion, as if his head was, taking rounds. That means his head was in confusion. Okay? In a whirl is like in a circular motion in confusion. Back home at 2:30, Bipin Babu lay down in bed and tried to gather his wits together. He knew that it was impossible to lose one's memory through an injury in the head, but he didn't know of a single instance of someone remembering everything except one particular incident. So, at the after some time, he at 2:30 he came back to his house and he lay down and tried to gather his wits. Like he tried to come back to his normal routine. Like wit is like understanding, the power of understanding something, right? So he tried to gather, that means gather all the understanding, that means he tried to be normal, right? Because he knew obviously it's not possible to just forget any incident like that. Okay, and a fairly recent and significant one at that time. So it was like recent one. It was not like it was some few number of years ago that this incident took place. Then too he forgot about this incident, right? This trip. He had always wanted to go to Ranchi, to have gone there, done things. Not to remember was something utterly impossible. So obviously when you want to go somewhere, आपको कहीं जाना होता है and you go there, so you will not never forget that trip. Okay, so it was impossible for him to go to Ranchi and forget that trip. So still he was confused. At 7:30, Bipin Babu's servant came and announced, Chunni Babu sir says it's very important. So at 7:30, Bipin Babu's servant came to him and he said that Chunni Babu is here and he says that it's very important. Like he wanted to have some important talk, right? So servant came that Chunni Babu has arrived. Okay, now Chunni Babu, remember, his childhood friend. Bipin Babu knew that Chunni had come, what for Chunni had come for, right? So he knew that Chunni Lal has come for money because he had some financial problem. So he wanted money from Bipin Babu, right? For employment and all. Okay, so Chunni Lal had been at school with him. He had been having a rough time lately and had been coming to see him about a job. That he wanted to have a job. That's why he visited Bipin Babu mostly. So Bipin Babu thought that actually today also वो इसी काम से आए होंगे, right? So he might have come for this job only, for this work only. Bipin Babu knew it was not possible to do anything for him and in fact told him so. But Chunni kept turning up like a bad penny. Bad penny is like a shameless guy. Like you come and you just go without any thing in your hand. Okay, so he used to come and he got ignored, that no job, but still he used to come and ask Bipin Babu about the job, that if he was having any job so that he could earn his living. So he was again here in Bipin Babu's place. Bipin Babu sent word that not only was it not possible for him to see Chunni now, but now in several weeks. So Bipin Babu said his servant that just go and tell Chunni Lal that it is not possible for Bipin Babu to see him not only today and for several weeks also. So he said that unse bolo that Bipin Babu would not be able to meet him for few weeks. But as soon as the servant stepped out of the room, it struck Bipin Babu that Chunni might remember something about 58 trip. So as servant was leaving, suddenly Bipin Babu realized that Chunni Lal might be having some idea about 1958 Ranchi trip. Okay, there was no harm in asking him. So he was like, there is no harm if I ask him about 1958 trip. Bipin Babu hurried down the stairs and into the living room. So he quickly went into the living room where Chunni Lal was waiting for him. Chunni was about to leave. So Chunni Lal was about to leave, but suddenly he came. But seeing Bipin Babu appear, he turned round hopefully. Hopefully in what hope? Hope of a job. Okay. Bipin Babu didn't beat about the bush. That means beat about the bush. Like he didn't talk anything necessary. He just came to the point. जिसलिए वो आए थे, right? Listen, Chunni, I want to ask you something. You have a good memory and you have been seeing me often off and for a long time. Just throw your mind back and tell me, did I go to Ranchi in 1958? So he just directly asked Chunni Lal that, Chunni Lal, do you remember? You have a good memory and you have known me for so long. You are my friend since so long. So do you remember that I went to Ranchi sometime? Do you remember? Chunni Lal said 58. It must have been 58, or was it 59? So he just asked 58. I don't think, it might be 59. Okay, so he was like, maybe 59. Okay, you're sure that I did go to Ranchi? Chunni's look of amazement was not unmixed with worry. Do you mean you have doubts about having gone at all? So he was like, it was like Chunni Lal said that yes, you went to, in a way he said that yes, you went to Ranchi. Okay, and Bipin Babu was like, are you sure that I went to Ranchi that time? And the reply given by Chunni Lal was, do you mean that you have any doubt that you have been to Ranchi? Did I go? Do you remember clearly? Chunni sat down on sofa and fixed Bipin Babu with a long, hard stare and said, hard stare. Stare is like looking at someone continuously. So he had a hard stare at Bipin Babu. Right? And he said, Bipin, have you taken to drugs or something? Like he asked that, are you okay? As far as I know, you had a clear record where such things were concerned. I know that old friendships don't mean much to you, but at least you had a good memory. So, Chunni Lal said that, what has happened to you? I know old friendships might not be important for you, but you had a good memory. Right? आपकी memory तो अच्छी थी, but what had happened to you now? That you have lost this memory about this trip. Okay. Bipin Babu sighed, that he became sad sort of, and shook his head. I have been working too hard, he said at last. That must be the reason. So he said that since after before, like lately I've been working so hard that abhi bahut sara work kar raha hu main. So it might be that reason, right, that I have forgotten about this trip, right? Must see about consulting a specialist. Doubtless it was Bipin's condition which made Chunni Lal leave without mentioning anything about the job. So it was obviously Bipin Babu had such a situation. So Chunni Lal just went away without asking for the job. Every time he used to come, he used to ask about the job. जब भी वो आते थे हमेशा job के लिए पूछते थे. But this time he went without asking for the job because of Bipin Babu's this confusion sort of situation. Okay, so he went without mentioning or having any talk about the job. Okay, and Paresh Chanda was a young physician, so he said that you should have a specialist. So Paresh Chanda was a young physician with a pair of bright eyes and sharp nose. He became thoughtful when he heard about Bipin Babu's symptoms. So Paresh Chanda was a physician, okay, and he became thoughtful. Like he started thinking about Bipin Babu's symptoms. Symptoms are like the things you can see before any of illness, right? Those symptoms. So look, Dr. Chanda, said Bipin Babu desperately, you must cure me of this horrible illness. I can't tell you how it's affecting my work. Dr. Chanda shook his head. You know what, Mr. Chaudhary, he said, I have never had to deal with such a case as yours. So he said that I have never seen such a case that you have lost your memory only of an incident. So it was a new case, different case for Paresh Chanda also. Paresh Chanda के लिए भी एक different case था. Okay, where a person has lost his memory. Okay, I have never seen such a case. So he was like, this is out of my field of experience, that I have never had such an experience of such a case. But I have one suggestion. I don't know if it will work, but it's worth a try. So he was like, you should try. I have a suggestion for you. Let's try. Maybe it will work for you, but it will have no harm on you. Okay, so he just gave a suggestion to Bipin Babu. So let's see the suggestion. Bipin Babu leaned forward anxiously. As far as I can make out, said Dr. Chanda, and I think you are of the same opinion. You must have been to Ranchi, but due to some unknown reason, entire episode has slipped out of your mind. So Dr. Chanda said that as far as I know, आपको ध्यान नहीं है, बट यू हैव बीन टू रांची, आप रांची गए हो, एंड ड्यू टू सम रीजन आप पूरा इंसिडेंट क्या कर गए हो, भूल गए हो, यू हैव फॉरगॉटन ऑल द इंसिडेंट. सो व्हाट आई सजेस्ट, सो व्हाट वाज द सजेशन, व्हाट आई सजेस्ट इज दैट you go to Ranchi once again. The sight of the place may remind you of your trips. This is not impossible. More than that, I cannot do at the moment. I'm prescribing a nerve tonic and a tranquilizer to you, that means medicines. Sleep is essential, and the symptoms will get more pronounced. Bipin Babu felt somewhat better the next morning. After breakfast, he rang up his office, gave some instructions, and procured a first class ticket for Ranchi for the same evening. So what was the suggestion given by doctor? It was that you just go to Ranchi once again. Maybe you will remind of all the incidents, right? So he said just go to Ranchi. So Bipin Babu took a ticket and he went to Ranchi. Getting off the train at Ranchi next morning, he realized at once that he had never seen that place before. So when he got off the train at Ranchi, he went to Ranchi, he reached Ranchi, and there it was everything new for you, right? It was everything new for Bipin Babu, right? He came out of the station, took a taxi, and drove around the town for a while. He realized that the streets, the buildings, hotels, bazaars, and Moravadi Hill, with none of these had he the slightest acquaintance, right? So he went to number of places. He went to bazaars, hotels, just to remind. Maybe he gets some idea that he had to been to that place, right? So वो सब जगह गए just to check. Maybe he might get some to a place where he is familiar with, right? But everything was new to him, right? None of these had any of acquaintance is like experience, right? So everything was new for him. Would a trip to Hudru Falls help? So he was like, Hudru Falls, what if I visit Hudru Falls? Because if you remember, Parimal Ghosh said that he fell there at Hudru Falls and cut his knee. So he decided that he would go to Hudru Falls. That might help him. He didn't believe so, but at the same time, he didn't wish to leave with the feeling that he hadn't tried enough. Obviously, he didn't believe कि उन्हें कुछ याद आएगा, but then also he didn't want to regret anything. That yes, मैं गया भी, and then also I didn't go to Hudru Falls just to check. Okay, so he just went to Hudru Falls. So he arranged for a car and left for Hudru in the afternoon. So he went to Hudru Falls. At 5 o'clock the afternoon, in the same afternoon in Hudru, two Gujarati gentlemen from a group of picnickers discovered Bipin Babu lying unconscious beside a boulder. Boulder is a solid rock. Okay, so when he went to Hudru, two of Gujarati gentlemen, they found that Bipin Babu was lying there beside a boulder. Unconscious is like when you faint, sort of. So he got fainted there beside a rock. When he came around, the first thing Bipin Babu said was, I'm finished. There's no hope left. Next morning, Bipin Babu was back in Calcutta. He realized that there was truly no hope for him. So next morning when he got up, right, he was like, I'm finished, right? So he was so tensed that I'm finished. What will happen next? Okay, there is no hope. Okay, no hope left. So next time he was there, next in the Calcutta, right? And a greenish, now just see, just then the servant brought him a letter. So just then, now he was there at his own place, Calcutta, and his servant came to him and he brought a letter, right? A greenish envelope was there with his name in red ink on it. So there was an envelope, right? There was an envelope with a name on it, his own name. Above the name, it was written urgent and confidential. What is confidential? Confidential is private. Okay. So it was urgent. Now, in spite of his condition, like condition of what? Like he was so conscious, he was not well. Then too, Bipin Babu had a feeling that he ought to go through the letter. Then too, he decided that he will go through the letter. So Bipin Babu decided that he will go through the letter. वो देखेंगे कि letter में क्या है. He tore open the envelope and took out the letter. Right? He opened the envelope and took out the letter. This is what he read. So what was there on the letter? Let's see. This is very important part of the chapter, students. This was written in letter. Just see. Dear Bipin, I had no idea that affluence would bring about the kind of change in you that it has done. Was it so difficult for you to help out an old friend down on his luck? I have no money, so my resources are limited. What I have is imagination, a part of which I used in retribution of your unfeeling behavior. Well, you'll be all right again now. A novel I have written is being considered by a publisher. If he likes it enough, it'll see me through the next few months. So just see, students, this was written in the letter that Bipin, I had no idea that affluence is like when you are, rich enough. Okay, so dear Bipin, I had no idea that money, all this richness would bring about the kind change, कि money की वजह से आप में इतना change आ जाएगा, right? So it was like, was it so difficult, like ये आपके लिए इतना difficult था to help one of your old friend? Do you know the name of the old friend? Yes, Chunni Lal. That means Chunni Lal has written this letter. That was it so difficult for you to help your old friend? I have no money, that was not having money and all, but I had imagination, and I used one part of my imagination. I used it in retribution is like as a punishment for what you have done to me, for your unfeeling behavior, like you have not helped me with the job. So I used my imagination to trick you out. Okay, a novel, so he was like, a novel, I have written a novel, so soon a publisher has considered my novel, and if he likes it, I'll get selected and my novel will be published soon, right? So did you get it? Like, it was a punishment for Bipin Babu. He was tricked by whom? Chunni Lal, one of his friend. So Chunni Lal had given him punishment and used his part of imagination. Why has he given him punishment? Because Bipin Babu had not helped Chunni Lal in his hard times. So Chunni Lal gave him this punishment, sort of. Okay, so this letter was written by whom? Chunni Lal. Because Bipin Babu was an innocent guy, so he got tricked by Chunni Lal, his own friend. Okay, students. Now, so it was not anything about Bipin Babu. He was okay, but it was this Chunni Lal who played a trick on him. When Dr. Chanda came, Bipin Babu said, I am fine. It all came back as soon as I got off the train at Ranchi. So just to, end this talk and this incident, he said, his doctor, that I am fine now. Okay, I remembered everything now as I got off the train. A unique case, said Dr. Chanda. Dr. Chanda said that it was a unique case. I have never seen such a case. I shall certainly write about it in a medical journal. Journal is like magazine. The reason why I sent for you, said Bipin Babu, is that I have a pain in the hip from a fall I had in Ranchi. If you could prescribe a painkiller. So, Bipin Babu said that, do you remember that when he was there at Hudru Falls, two gentlemen saw him when he was lying, that he fainted in that area near a boulder, a stone. So he got an injury in his, around his hip area. Okay, so he said that I have come to you to just, as I have a pain. So it was like, he said that I am having pain in the hip area. So can you just prescribe me of a pain? Can you just prescribe me or just give me a painkiller? Okay. So it shows that he was okay. Like, there was no memory problem, because he remembered this incident also, right? That he had a pain in this, right? Because he had a fall in Hudru Falls, in the area around Hudru Falls. Okay, so he said that I have pain. So can you prescribe me of some painkiller? Okay, so this was the story, students. This was how this innocent guy, Bipin Babu, was tricked by Chunni Lal, of one of his friend, as a punishment. I hope you all have understood the story. Go through the story, students. Read the chapter thoroughly. For any issue, you can contact me. I'll see you all in your next class. Take care, students. Thank you.